So, good day, ma'am. I'm Spencer So with my partner, Brett Nelson Taperla, and we will be presenting our Activity 6. So, our chosen computer models with multi-core organizations are Intel Core 2 Duo, E8 400, and Intel Core i7 2600. So, first is the Intel Core 2 Duo E8 400. So, the Intel Core Duo processor is a new member of the Intel Mobile Processor product line. It is the first Intel Mobile microarchitecture that uses CMP or Core Multiprocessor technology. So the Intel Core Duo was built to achieve high performance while consuming low power and fitting into different thermal envelopes. So a CMP-based microarchitecture was designed to achieve power-efficient architecture. In addition, the Intel Core Duo processor provides high performance in the same form factors without needing to increase the cooling capability. So as the figure 2 shows, Intel Core Duo technology is based on two enhanced Pentium M cores that were integrated and use a shared L2 cache. So the way the dual core integrated in the system had a major impact to maintain or surpass the performance of single thread processors in the previous Pentium M generation, which shared the same sized L2 cache. So Intel Core Duo processor-based technology implements shared cache-based CMP or microarchitecture in order to maximize the performance of both ST and MT applications. So assuming the same L2 cache size. So in figure 3, it describes the general structure of the implementation. So the figure shows the following. Each core is assumed to have an independent APIC unit to be presented to the OS as a separate logical processor. So from an external point of view, the system behaves like a dual processor system. From the software point of view, it is fully compatible with Intel Pentium 4 processors with hyper-threading or HT technology 3 and DP-based systems. However, special optimizations could be applied to improve the performance of the shared-based cache organization. Each core has an independent thermal control unit, and the system combines per core power state together with the package level power state. So in figure 4, it depicts the general process followed in order to reduce the power of the Intel Core Duo processor. As can be seen, the average power consumption was reduced by handling the problem at all different levels, starting with adjusting the process technology through all the design stages of the production. So, in terms of performance, the Intel Core 2 Duo E8 400 is a dual core Wolfdale, operating at a frequency of 3 GHz or 300 megahertz with a bus speed of 1333 megahertz and a clock multiplier set at 9, running on a 64-bit data width and x86 instruction set. It boasts two CPU cores and threads, operating within a voltage range of 0.85 volts to 1.3625 volts. It maintains a temperature range between 5 degrees Celsius and 72.4 degrees Celsius, while dissipating a maximum power of 104.31 watts, yet its thermal design power is rated at 65 watts. These specifications illustrates a balance between performance and thermal efficiency and power consumption for this processor, catering to various computing needs.
So for the computer model 2, it is a Intel Core i7 2600 na model. So the Intel Core i7 2600 series based on Nihalem microarchitecture targets high performance desktop servers and workstations. So now it introduces cutting edge tech like integrated memory control, quick path interconnect, and a point-to-point link. So with this smart multi-core techno or hyper-threading and turbo boost for self-overclocking, it optimizes tasks from multitasking to gaming, from gaming to professional work. So by supporting advanced instruction sets like SSE 4.2 and SSE 4.1, it offers unmatched performance, efficiency, and adaptability for demanding applications. So for this figure, no, it shows the core has been completely modularized or simply modular. So there are two main modules, which is the core and uncore. So the core controls all the cores, while the uncore controls the L3 latches, memory controller, and QPI links. However, each module receives its own clock, so that all different modules can run independently of each other. So the core it proportionally to the location of all cores of the processor. This is where the CPU frequency comes into play, or it activates mainly. So uncore it technically includes the QPI, which is able to run independent of the uncore settings. No? So the uncore controls the LT latches as seen in the figure and memory controller as well. So the uncore also controls the what memory speeds are available to use with these processors. So so this table 1.2, it shows the performance of Intel Core i7 to 2600. No? So it is part of the Sandy Bridge microarchitecture. It operates at a base frequency of 3.4 gigahertz or 3400 megahertz. So with a turbo frequency reaching a maximum of 3.8 gigahertz or 3800 megahertz. So this the bus speed is clocked at 5 GTs, direct media interface, utilizing a 64-bit data with an 68 instruction set or microarchitecture instruction set. It boasts four CPU cores capable of handling eight threads concurrently. No? So the cache structure includes 4 by 32 kilobytes of instruction cache and 4 by 32 kilobytes data cache for L1. So for by 256 kilobyte for L2, as well as 8 MB for L3 cache. So with this physical memory support is up to 32 gigabytes and a uniprocessor multiprocessing design. So this processor no offers a balance between multitasking efficiency and memory handling, as I mentioned, from gaming to professional. No? So from this figure, it accompanied by integrated HD 2000 GPU featuring 6 execution units running at a base frequency of 850 megahertz and reaching a maximum of 1350 megahertz. No? So it operates within a thermal range up to 72.6 Celsius while maintaining a thermal design power, so it mainly dili gid siya mag-lag. So from 72.6 Celsius of 95 watts of thermal design power. So these specifications highlight its capacity for multitasking, for gaming, and computational tasks or professional tasks, as while being mindful of power consumption and thermal constraints. So,
So for the advantages, so the Intel Core 2 Duo E8400 has the advantage of the microprocessor is 32% more efficient than the Intel Core i7 CPU. So while the Intel Core i7 2600 is that it has a single threaded performance of the Intel i7 2600 is better. Uh, then also the microprocessor is 208% faster when running multi-threaded programs. The processor also supports SSE 4.2 instructions, and the technology is enabled on this CPU. In addition to 4 CPU cores, the processor integrates HD 2000 GPU. So in terms of performance comparison, so as we can see, sa single-threaded performance and multi-threaded performance is mas dako ang Intel Core i7. So much preferable ang Intel Core i7 in terms of performance. So in terms of power consumption comparison, as you can see, is mas lower ang Intel Core 2 Duo, which is 65 watts compared sa Intel Core i7 nga 95 watts. So much preferable ang Intel Core 2 Duo kaysa Intel Core i7 in terms of power consumption.
so the pros and cons, no, it is summary na lang from Core 2 Duo E8400 or Core i7 to 2600. So for sa Core 2 Duo, it needs just less power compared to i7. While i7 performs better in all kinds of applications because as I mentioned ganiha og ni Spencer na yung mga specifications. No? So features ni Core i7 is SSE 4.2 or AVX instruction includes na HD 2000 na graphical unit or GPU. So from the drawbacks sa Core 2 Duo, it performs much worse in all types of application. It lacks some instructions because although it's old na siya, comes without integrated graphics as well as ang yung socket is obsolete. While i7, yung drawback pod, is requires somehow more power siya. So, kaya bale, medyo yung power consumption is high. So for the CPU's comparison, no, so the table shows compares or it compares support for x86 extension and its technology as well as individual instruction and low-level features of Intel Core 2 between 8400 o katong Core i7 2600 microprocessor. So ihang measured the frequency sa Core 2 Duo is 2999 megahertz and Core i7 is 3392 megahertz. And then sa Core 2 Duo is it has Intel R-Core Duo CPU 8400 whereas sa Intel Core i7 3.40 gigahertz whereas sa iyang Core 2 Duo is 3 gigahertz. Intel Core 2 Duo is 2 and sa Intel Core i7 is 4. So iyang logical processor sa Intel Core 2 is 2 then sa Intel Core i7 is 8. So sa cache details no, si Intel Core Duo, yung data size sa L1 data is it has 2 by 32 kilobytes whereas sa Intel Core i7 it has 4 by 32 kilobytes. Sa Intel Core Duo has 6 MB whereas sa Intel Core i7 has 4 by 256 kilobytes. And that's all. Thank you.